Here's Mr. Wayne's there with the Wolf's Den.
Hello, world. Welcome to the Wolf's Den today. Today we've got Soulshine in the studio, all the way from the Annapolis Valley. And who do we have in the studio? We have Cindy. Hi. We have Dion.
Hi.
We have Melody.
Hello.
And we have Colin.
Hi there.
And now, how long have you guys been together?
I figured that out last night. It's 8 months.
Yeah.
How about that, roughly?
Yeah. Now, Cindy, you and I, we've known each other for, oh my, yeah, at least 15 years. And Dion, I've known you probably 10 of those.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Melody, I think I've known you all my life by the sounds of the conversation we had here tonight. I probably met you a long time ago. And Colin, good to meet you, my friend.
Same here.
Now, Cindy and Dion, you guys both have you have a recording studio also.
We do.
And it's called Scion Studios.
Yeah.
And we've had the distinct pleasure of having one of the bands that you produce, Mr. Rick Snyder. We've had Rick in for the first half of a CD. We still got to get him back in for the second half, but we're going to leave that for a little while right now, just to let Rick heal a little bit. But so, what was the energy that brought you guys all together?
I was actually going through Facebook one day, and I seen Rick's picture there, and I thought, he's a local dude. I didn't really know him at the time, and I listened to his song, and I don't know, it just got me. It was Beat Up Truck.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like, the lyrics are cool and everything. I said to Cindy, I said, we kind of got a studio started upstairs. Let's give him a call. And we did the one song, and it was so much fun. We just kept on going.
Well, I can understand how you could just, you can get that way with Rick, because that's the kind of way that Rick is,
so
right?
Easy to work with. Too.
The first time I met him, it was like I'd known the guy all my life, right? Now, Soulshine, how did you guys come to be?
Well, we're actually the product of two separate bands. Dion, myself, and my son Colin worked together in a band before. Cindy and Dion worked together in a separate band. And we just met and kind of liked her and asked her to tag along with our little trio that we had formed.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Well, isn't that just a typical Nova Scotia story?
Yeah.
Musician meets musician. Musicians form band.
Throw a bunch of musicians in a room, shake it up, and see who falls out the door.
Exactly. And you know what? The ones that fall out the door, they'll just go down the road and do it all over again with somebody else.
Absolutely.
Right?
It never stops.
It never stops. The shaking never, and then it goes full circle, and they come back, and the next thing you know, everybody's back together again.
Yeah.
Now, we talked a little bit about this project before we came on air, and I get to listen to a lot of music. I get to listen to a lot of music, and I gotta say, what a pleasant relief, and just so good to actually hear something that's, from lack of a better word, for me, completely different.
Thank you.
I don't know anybody else out there that's playing this kind of style of music. Like we also said off camera, or off mic here, anybody that listens to it, they're not going to put any kind of a label to it. They're not going to say, oh, that's blues, oh, that's rock, oh, that's R&B, oh, that's country. That's like, I don't know. I think you've actually invented a new kind of music here.
All right. Soulshine.
Yeah, that's it. This is Soulshine music. Now, Melody, you're a little small lady, and you got a big voice. Like, I could see you doing grunge.
I've done just about everything. Opera, you name it.
I would think so.
Chili peppers.
You've got that. You've got that voice that. Well, it's recognizable. Some people are like that wherever they go. As long as they don't talk, they're okay. I don't know anybody like that, but.
Cindy points of fire.
Okay, so let's get into the heart of the album here. Feeds Your Soul. My notes say heavy hitting and different progressions. Now, again, we talked about this just before we came to air, and I've never heard this kind of, I don't even know what the right word is. I've never heard music put together in this form. Usually things have got a straight 1-2 or...
That's because we don't know what we're doing. That's our advantage.
I'll tell you what, for not knowing what you're doing a good job of it. Now again, Melody, you write all the lyrics. Mm-hmm. And now does everybody have a piece in the musicality part of it?
Sometimes I come up with a riff or two that gets turned into a song.
You're demented, my friend.
For me, it could be a drum beat, it could be a picture, it could be somebody else's story, it could be a feeling inside of me, and I will write a song about it. I can wake up from a dream of a memory that I had as a kid and wake up at 6 in the morning and just write the song. That's how it happens.
I gotta stop taking my medication, that's all there is to it.
And then there's one song that, I was sitting behind the drum kit just messing around, and then I'm doing this beat over and over, and Colin comes in on it, and the words just come out of melody, and there's a song. It happened right then and there.
And we collaborate a lot like that. It's like we just gel. We just know what's inside of each other.
Very spontaneous a lot.
Very,
of the time.
very organic.
Yeah.
A lot of them, they'll
Just comes out of the blue.
Mel will come in with her acoustic and start singing and playing something, and Colin will pick up, and she's come up with this, and Colin will pick it up on the keyboard, and Jan will pick it up on the guitar, and it just moves forwards so quickly. 8 months we have 26 songs.
Wow.
That's how inspirational this group is. It's crazy.
Well, I think probably a lot of it's got to do with timing.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you're right too.
Like I said, Dion and Cindy, we've got some history. We go back a few years, and there's been some unsettlement in people's lives and things at one point where, I know you've always wanted to have a band and stuff like that. We talked about that when we first met.
Yeah.
And but things just didn't work in that fashion. You had a lot going on in your life. Your mom was sick, and then your husband got sick, and then your world changed, and now you're in a place now more of a more settled area, right?
More settled, and I don't know, those kind of things do change you, and you look at life differently, and it made my creativity come back.
Yeah.
That I had when I was 5, that you lose when you become an adult. Well, it made it come back somehow, and I'm thankful.
Well,
I am too.
Yeah, I'm very thankful, to be honest with you. And I think that's one of the things, as people listen to this today and in the future, hopefully, that they're going to hear the different personalities here. Okay, it's very distinct. Everybody's personality in every one of these songs is very distinct. But again, they all come together and they form some of the, like I said, I was so happy to listen to this. It was so refreshing to hear something different. Feed Your Soul, heavy hitting, different progressions. Then there was Heed. That's the way it goes around here sometimes.
That's the way it goes in a home studio anywhere.
Okay, so let's go back. Let's talk about the second song that I listened to, Heed. Mind Your Own Business and War and Destruction. Now, one of the things that I did take away from the lyrics that I did get today and that I did have a chance to digest is that, again, a song like Heed is, you're basically telling us like you're not really happy with the way some of the people are really treating us in our world today.
Exactly right.
And I don't know. Tell me the story behind that one.
Well, I think world leaders need to wake up and listen to the people more, because our world's going to shit. Let's face it.
Can you say that on radio?
And there's a lot of young people out there that are trying their damnedest to make some of us older folks take heed and listen to what they're saying.
Yeah.
And as far as our environment goes, we all know it's going to shit in a handbag.
Yeah.
I happen to like that word.
There you go.
And therefore, I think we need a song to come out to wake somebody up and say, this is how we're feeling about this situation.
Yeah, and you know, I think too, you know, we get caught up in a situation where we're always blaming the government and everything like that, but I'm a firm believer that we can't change the world, but we can certainly change the world around us.
Yes.
Right?
Do something.
Yeah. Now, okay, so the third song that I got to listen to was Nine Lives. Now, again, this song took me down the road of punk. Would that be a fair statement? Cindy's giving me the fist bump.
Yeah.
So I must have done something right there.
Cindy's influence.
My initial experience in playing music was punk, and I do think I bring a little bit of it with me to this day and age. Still.
She does.
Yeah.
Right down to the pigtails.
Now, that was something that I was going to bring up to you later on, was because you look fierce, girl. Like, you look like you're loaded for bear, and you're there, you mean business. You got them ponytails going, they're rocking on both sides of your head, you're sitting back there behind that drum kit, you're ready to rock.
Yep, completely ready to rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, for you, when did you start with music?
Oh, gosh. Well, school. You know, grade 3 in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, started on the recorder.
Yeah, I started on the recorder too.
Went to trumpet, then euphonium, then flute, and I still play flute. Actually, I play flute in 2 of our songs that aren't released yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Dion, what about you? When did you get your start in music?
Oh, like 12 years old. I think I got my first guitar. Yeah, and I was probably playing. I remember playing my dad's, laying on my lap, kind of playing Jeff Healey style. Just, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Trying to imitate the Carter family.
Oh, okay.
Country stuff. Chet Atkins.
Yeah.
I still can't play anything like him, but I love
All right,
listening.
you're trying. That's the main thing.
Always.
And then Melody. What about you, my dear?
I started to sing on a stage at the age of 3. And I've been pretty much basically singing ever since.
Now, did you go up there willingly, or did somebody just think
My mother.
Yeah, your mother thought it would be cute if you had your little
If
your
I
little,
had
your
my little
flower
frilly dress on.
There you go. Yeah. What did you sing?
I sang a song about a little elf man, and there was a little boy who opened the whole thing. He recited it as a poem. Then I had to sing it, and just as the curtain is opening, and he's trying to grab my hand because he's scared. So the curtain opens and I'm smacking
You're
him.
smacked.
That's pretty much been my motto ever since.
Stay away, don't touch me.
Smack.
Oh my. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, as we listen to a couple of tunes here from Soul Shine in the Wolf's Den, CIOE, your home of East Coast music.
Read the leaves in my cup. Sad little girl, this day brings you luck. While on your journey, if you do one small thing, life will be wonderful. Happiness will ring in your soul. In your soul. I struggle blindly on the tree we call life. Took many wrong branches, caused myself so much strife. Finding no answers in places unknown. we hide behind our invisible chains. Beauty surrounds us till we let it dead. No, we destroy it and cover our sins. Oh, how to fix it, where to begin, left to decide. We need our love and lead us up, lead us up, lead us up, lead us
Welcome back to the Wolf's Den, ladies and gentlemen. We are with Soulshine today, and we're going to be talking about... Now, the one thing that you didn't tell me was does this have a name?
Does what have a name?
This project you have. The music that you sent me, does the compilation have a name to it, or?
Those 5 songs will be coming out in CD format as a live EP.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
hopefully in about
called?
6 weeks. It's called Soulshine Live EP.
Okay. Now, Colin,
Keep it simple.
going back now to the start and everything of music. Obviously, your mother played somewhat of a role in your music, but was there anything else?
I started in school just like Cindy and with recorder, and moved on to saxophone and then several other instruments. I got my first guitar lesson at 14, maybe 13, And then I started playing keys around the age of 10.
Okay.
Got my first keyboard around that age, and it was just a little Casio, but I remember you could talk into it. And
Oh yeah, there you
you could
go.
play it back for yourself, and it was too cool. And I was hooked. I just had to keep getting instruments and learning how to play them. So
So how many instruments do you play?
I just got my 98th one.
98.
98, yes. I've studied music from all over the globe. So I know these instruments from China, from India, just going on the internet and learning all by myself. So
I seen one of the coolest instruments I've ever seen the other day. A guy in Kentucky makes dulcimers.
those are cool.
And he makes them out of old reclaimed wood and stuff like that. Some of the wood's 100 years old and stuff
Wicked.
like that.
That would give me a good sound. Yeah.
And he's been making them for like 40 or 50 years. He's at some university in Kentucky, and they sell them in a store, and the store is closing, but he's going to continue to make them. But they look really, really neat. I think they're like 4 strings, and you just put them on your lap and
Yeah.
Very cool instrument.
it looks like something that even maybe I could learn. Okay, so now you guys all got to... Melody and Colin and Dion, you guys had your own thing going on.
The Mel Britton Trio.
Yeah.
The what?
The Mel Britton Trio.
Okay. And then you got to meet Cindy, and you brought Cindy in. Now, but Cindy and Dion, you guys have been making music for quite a few years now, have you not? 3? Wow.
Yeah. You know, and we were even looking. She just happened to be hanging around in the same room we were jamming in, and we said we might as well do something since you're sitting here. So
Yeah.
she started playing drums.
Just for us. She
Just for
started
us.
to play
I
the
never
drums.
played drums before this band. I was playing bass for 15 years before that.
I was going to
so-
say you played guitar, didn't you?
Bass.
Bass, yeah.
But they had a keyboard for bass, and they had the guitar player, and they had a singer, so what was left, right?
Yeah, really. I get behind the drums. Go back there so nobody can see you.
Yeah.
Totally surprised me that, I'm not all bad.
No, she's pretty awesome.
So,
We like her.
Well, I've always been pretty partial to her myself, but now that she's beating on the drums back there, I'm seeing some of that aggression she's had all these years coming out.
it's also good therapy.
Yes, I would imagine it would be really, really good therapy.
Yeah.
I wrote in my notes here, have never heard anything like this, and I really have to say that
That could be good or bad,
well, I think it's good. What do you guys think it is that makes you as strong together as you are?
We're all on the same page, I think. In
Well
terms
said.
of music and mindset. And yeah.
Something gels, isn't it?
Yeah,
Doesn't
it's
it?
almost
We
like we
just
can
gel,
read each
yeah.
other's minds.
Exactly.
Almost.
Yeah, I think me and Colin use a little bit of telepathy and we're on.
Yeah.
No, but it's nice when you can just look at somebody and
Yeah.
right? People say that. Well, I just looked at him and I knew. Well, what does that
And
mean?
we totally feel like we don't read notes. It's all in our
I can't
heads.
read notes.
No, I try, but I
Yeah.
suck at it.
Now, Melody, I imagine you've seen some changes in the way
lots.
things are. I don't want to put you on the spot, and I understand if you don't give me a complete and 100% answer on this, but music-wise, 70s, 2000s,
Big changes.
what would you say your favorite would be?
Era for
Yeah.
music, 70s without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Probably late 60s going into early 70s.
Yeah, I was a little bit
Most.
too young for the late 60s part of it, right? But, but the 70s definitely,
We're never going to have bands like that again.
No.
I don't believe.
So do you feel now, is there any particular... Is there,
Minus
I don't
us,
know,
of
I don't
course.
know, I don't know.
Minus
Soul,
us.
Soul Sound can do it. But now, do you think that the music of the 70s is still influencing you today?
I think music from every decade of my life influences me, and some before I was born.
Yeah. And now you mentioned too that you've done just about every kind of music.
I have. I've sang everything. Except for rap.
Yeah.
I haven't tried rap, but I may.
Well, you sort
I
of
did a
did
little
that
bit of chili peppers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can
So,
see this.
So now, do you think that maybe the influences from back then, they're still doing their thing today, but do you think that? I'm kind of losing my thought here. Do you think that maybe that made you a better musician? I mean, because back in the day, you would have been working, what, 6-7 days a week back as a musician in the 70s?
every night, cabaret license for most places we played. We'd go in on a Monday and we'd stay for 2 to 3 weeks, and you work from Monday to Sunday, basically.
Yeah.
So it was every night. It was rehearsal every day. And it influenced me greatly, the styles of music. My favorites, I mean, there's a little bit of Aretha living inside of me. There's a little bit of Fats Domino living inside of me. I grew up listening to a lot of very diverse music and different kinds. And it's all influenced in the way I write, the way I think, and the way I sing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, there's definitely not a whole lot of people out there that are going to say that they're going to sing like you are.
Well, I think that's probably a good thing.
Well, I mean, I don't have any problem with your voice whatsoever. Again, I just have to say, ladies and gentlemen, you really need to sit down and listen to the music in this show, because these guys are stepping out where a lot of people wouldn't have the jam to do so. I mean, you know, most people today are playing so that they can get a paycheck. All right? I can tell you right now, Soulshine is playing for themselves.
Yeah, paycheck don't. That's none of it. Like, we don't care about that. We want to see what this music does. Yeah, we believe in it.
Well, I don't see why you wouldn't believe in it. And of course, now we're going to come to this other song, and I think it's Melody's one of her favorite words. Same shit, different day. The keyboards in that were extremely, extremely strong. I really, really took a big notice of the keyboards in that tune.
Thank you.
You can pound them little bars, buddy. I'll tell you. So now, what's coming forward?
Well, we're after the EP is released. We're actually right now in the studio working on a studio album that'll be 10 songs, coming out hopefully the beginning of the summer. Which some of the songs will be the same as the EP, but the majority of them won't.
Well, with all the stuff you got written, you can pretty much cherry pick now.
Yeah,
We can.
yeah. We have a problem. We have enough for 2 full CDs. We can't figure out what to do first because we'll say, okay, let's do this one. Yeah, I really like that one. But what about this one? Yeah, I really like that one. We're kind of in love with our own music, and we can't find songs we don't want to record. So what do you do first? You
Having
know,
a hard time deciding what's going to go on there.
we're working at getting in some festivals this summer. We're going to be doing a fundraiser in March for the Margarettsville Wharf that got destroyed in the hurricane.
Yeah.
So Evergreen Theater is helping us out with that, with the venue to play it in, and we're going to help raise some money to fix that.
Nice.
Hopefully be holding a CD release shortly after the EP, and hopefully it was recorded at a place called Temple on Queen in Bridgetown, live recording.
Nice.
And
That's live, so.
yeah, on stage with people in front of us sitting there watching us play, and all our warts and mistakes and whatever happens when you play live. We did pick the 5 best songs of the night, of course.
Yeah.
So CD release is coming up. Hopefully where we recorded it would be nice. I haven't talked to them about that yet, but
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've always liked live for the blemishes and the mistakes and everything, because we are real, right? And I would rather see your vulnerability and see all of that than hear something that's been polished until, you know, it shines like a new nickel. That's, you know, I mean...
Them are the only reasons I make mistakes. I mean, if it wasn't for people like you, I'd just fight perfect all the time.
You just fight perfect all the time. Well, thank you. Thank you for making some mistakes in there, Dion. I really appreciate
You're
that.
very welcome.
I think there's a little bravery on behalf of these people being in this band, being willing to have our first recorded album come out that is one that's live.
Yeah.
That's not a normal thing to do, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yes, we are.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to listen to some more Soulshine right here in the Wolf's Den on CIOE 97.5, the home of East Coast music.
Not happening. You said the world is fine. You said mind your own business or do what I want to, 'cause it's all mine. War and destruction, they feed it. War and destruction, they need it. Sticky your life, corrupt alibi, all the legal ties I prove. You said that it's not happening. You said the world is fine. You said it, mind your own business, do what I want to, 'cause it's all mine. What you saying? I can't hear you. Little did love it. We the people of the world are screaming. Put away your righteous star. You're not who you say you are. What's that falling from your lips? Truth, lies, or plain bullshit. Don't fit to me, baby. Don't fit to me, fit to me. Don't fit to me, baby. Don't fit to me, fit to me. Well, that I was there. Can't believe you had your way with all the people standing there. You can't fit to me, baby. You can't fit to me, fit to me. Can't fit to me, baby. You can't fit to me, fit to me. So who you fooling? Take a look around. People stare right through you if you get proud.
ladies and gentlemen. We've got Soulshine in the studio today. So just before the break, we were talking about your first real foray here into the CD world was live in front of a bunch of people. And you said that, there was some bravery. Cindy, anybody that gets on a stage and plays in front of other people and that bears their soul with their words, okay, is very brave.
Takes a lot of courage.
Right? It does take a lot.
Ducking them bottles.
If you listen to the lyrics of these songs, the courage that Melody has shown in writing them and sharing them with us, let alone the rest of the world, is amazing to me. Because they're real.
I thank you for allowing us to share a little bit of your joy and also a little bit of your pain.
I thank you for having me share that with you. It's a pleasure.
Well, it certainly was a pleasure to listen to.
Thank you.
I can tell you that from the bottom of my heart. So you've got a real issue here. You've got enough material for 2 CDs, and you don't know what stuff to use. Poor you. I know a couple of bands that could probably use some of your gear, right? Some of your material. But now, what else have you got coming? Now, you say you want to do some festivals this summer.
Yeah, we really need to get, we want to get Soulshine out there. We want people to have a chance to listen to us and hear us and make their own opinion of what we're doing, because it is a little different from what's out there.
We are an original group, and that is a little harder to, I don't know, when you're playing cover songs, it seems like it's so easy to please the crowd with the cover songs, but when you get the originals, it's a little different.
You never know how it's going to go.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I mean, but
the right venues, I guess, for originals.
I think too, though. I think we're getting to a point now where people are getting kind of tired of the rubber stamp cookie cutter kind of deal.
Yeah.
Right. I know that the bands that always really stand out to me are the bands that really stand out. Right. They're not doing the regular stuff. Right. They're doing things that are outside the box. But yeah, they're doing stuff that's that you guys are doing, stuff that's not safe.
Yeah.
And I really thank you for that, because man, oh man, it was refreshing.
It's nerve-wracking every time we go to a new venue to play. We played an open field party up on the North Mountain.
Oh, would that be Sonia's party?
Nope. No, different one. And they invited us up to play. They built a stage for us to play on. They were great, but they'd never heard us before. They didn't know who we were.
Yeah.
And you go to play in that situation with all original material, it's nerve-wracking. And every time so far, we've gotten a good response. So
yeah.
We like this.
And that by itself, when you walk into a venue, and like you said, when you're playing nothing but original music, that in itself, okay, is very risky and very brave.
Yeah.
Because most people, I mean, I went to a festival a couple of years ago, and there was a band on stage, and they were killing it. They were just pounding the music out. They were singing in French. And people just would not take to them.
Oh, that's too bad.
People got mad, said, "Oh, why don't they sing in English?" I said, "You know what? Music is music. What difference? What language?
Universal language.
You don't yell that at somebody singing in an opera. Hey, get that Italian out of here and sing it in English."
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. Yeah. And okay, so the 5th and final song that you sent me today was G-Hold. And
you make it sound so dirty.
No, I just said G-Hold. Your thought made it dirty. And ladies and gentlemen, we're told that it's called G-Hold because there's a lot of the chord of G in this song.
There is.
Okay?
Thank you for clarifying.
For all of the dirty minds out there, that's not what they're talking about.
So you say.
And again, I got to this song, and like I told you earlier, I write down a whole bunch of notes. And I got to this song, and I just sat there, and I'm looking at my page now, and it's completely and totally blank by that song, because all I could think of is that I don't want to take the time away from listening to this to write anything. I just want to listen.
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, I only have one complaint about the whole thing, and that's that it's probably about four songs too short. They should have put some more of that 20 in here. No, seriously, guys, thank you for a really, really nice breath of fresh air.
Oh, thank you for
It's
saying
kind of
that.
like spring come in the middle of the winter.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
I can only say to you, please don't stop what you're doing. Keep along in this manner. Melody, make sure you have lots of Fisherman's Friend on hand.
I do.
Herbal tea.
And lots of songs floating around in my head to come out yet.
Yeah.
We actually have had to tell her to stop writing for a bit so we can record because we can't keep up with learning them and recording too. So.
Just keep those ones at home for a while.
Well, a lot of them were written about 13 years ago
Yeah.
and just put away.
Cindy and I know a gentleman by the name of Bruce Clark.
Yeah.
And Bruce has tomes. He has books and binders and
Yeah.
stuff that he's written over the years.
Amazing.
And yeah, like, I mean, just, I can't get over it. I mean, how many songs he's written.
And I've always been sad that I only ever hear them around a campfire with him and his guitar.
Yeah.
When some of them are really amazing songs that should be
He's-
out there.
Yeah. He's written some really, really good stuff. I mean, most of us know the Larson's Wiener song because of CBC, right?
Oh, that did.
But again, just an amazing, amazing, amazing songsmith, like wordsmith. There's a lot of them out there. Again, thank you so much. Now, people want to get a hold of you.
Oh. All right. Well, we're on Facebook at Soulshine Music.
Okay.
We're on YouTube. Soulshine Music.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have any videos up there yet, but that's coming within the next 2 weeks. I'm working on that whole. We videotaped that entire set at Temple on Queen as well, so that's going to come out on
Nice.
YouTube. And email is. It's just my email, Cindy, Sindy at eastlink.ca.
Okay. And
Don't spam me. Only important stuff.
no Twitter, no Instagram.
No Twitter, no Instagram right
Good
now.
for you. Yeah. No, I don't either. And do you have any gigs coming up in the relatively near future?
Just the fundraiser,
Okay.
and we're doing the Harvest Festival in July. That one's confirmed. Yeah,
Which harvest?
the one on Fox Mountain, put on by Maritimers Unite for Medical Marijuana.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep, we'll be
All right.
playing that one. And those are the only two confirmed gigs we have right now because I've been trying not to book too many because I want to get recorded. I want to finish recording the first 10 songs. So we're taking
Well,
a little break from playing until summer so that we can get this
You
done.
and Rick, you guys and Rick need to get together, and you need to put a weekend together at DeVito's, so I can come camping for the weekend and we can just all hang out.
Absolutely.
That sounds like fun.
Fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Hey, they
We-
like
we
music.
would love-
We like music.
We would love to get an all originals band group of 5 or 6 bands together and put on some kind of function over the summer somewhere at some point, but it's just
Well-
in the thought stages and not in the happening stages yet.
If you get to that stage and you need any help,
We will definitely.
my summer's filling up, but
We
it's not
need an
full
MC.
yet. It's not full yet. I would be there in a heartbeat.
Oh, thank you.
No, again, guys, look, I want to thank you for taking the time to driving up from the valley to come in to see us. I really want to thank you for sending me these 5 songs. I want to thank you for writing them.
Thank you so much.
We want to thank her for writing them too.
We do.
I want to thank you guys for believing in them.
The music business is a funny, funny place, but if you want to find love and you want to find acceptance, it's probably one of the best places you can look. Ladies and gentlemen, as we always say out there, please, please, please be nice to one another. Be kind. It's so easy to do. And always, always, always hug the ones you love. Thanks, guys.
You talked about grass getting greener. Doesn't get to be there anywhere. Might as well stay or ask for it. Look at the things you got going. Life's gonna follow you anywhere. Get up every morning with the smile upon your face. Little kiss upon your cheek will be a sad break. Same shit, different day. Did not apply here. When I was just a little girl, had me the urge to join a band. Went from church, I went a missing. My mom is a fit. Oh, and that woman, she was dead. I've been what people find it true. Let me win the club on it and always feel my breath. Same shit, different day. Did not apply here. Thank you.